Okay, so very good morning and good evening, guys, whichever time zone you are in. So it's a demonstration, and we are going to start a new batch from today. And today will be the demonstration, and the actual class will start from maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So based on the participants' convenient time, it may be morning or evening. So based on the opinion poll, okay. So here, data stage training and mentorship program. So here, let's see the training duration, how many hours it will take for each topic wise, and what are the topics that I'm going to cover in this training program. I will let you know. So before going to the actual agenda, so let me introduce myself. For myself, Jesse Kota has experience in data analytics, mainly worked on data quality and data engineering platforms. So data quality, I have worked on information analyzer and quality stage. Quality stage is a part of data stage. And data integration, I have worked on data stage for 10 plus years. I have worked on Pentaho data integration to PDA for one of the migration project, and currently working on data stage along with GCP cloud services like data engineering and all. So coming to my training profile, so from 2018 November onwards, I'm working as a part-time trainer and on-job support consultant for India, UK, and USA student. So this is about me. I know you people are from different backgrounds. So few of you are from non-IT, and you guys want to shift it to IT side. And few are already working on different streams, and you want to resume back your career to ETL data stage side. And few of them are jobless and they have a career gap and they want to start the career again into the IT streams. Okay. So thank you for joining the demo session. Okay. So here the duration is 60 hours. Total duration, the learning program will be 60 hours. So what and all the 60 hours will be done. So duration will be 30 to 40 days. So max we can say 40 days. And 5 hours will be covering the SQL BigQuery, the fundamentals, that is for 5 hours. And we'll be covering Unix concepts, ETL testing, and other tools that we are going to use in the real-time environment. So it will be 3 hours. And data warehousing and the ETL concept, 2 hours. So why we build data warehousing applications? Okay, so that will be 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so okay, and ETL data stage it is 30 hours. Okay, and we will cover the basic to advanced level. And we have to do a project once the course gets completed. So the project duration is 20 hours. Okay, so I'll be assisting you in doing the project. I will be giving some scenarios and you have to analyze it and you have to develop data state jobs for that. So that is a task. That is a project assignment task. Okay. So now let's see. So we will be covering SQL BigQuery part. Okay. And data warehousing concepts and ETL concepts. So that is for 2 to 3 hours, and SQL will be 5 hours. Maybe it will be more. Minimum 5 hours. That it will be more. And Unix commands, and what are the uh, commands that we use. Okay, so in the ETL delta related operations, and we'll be covering the testing, ETL testing concepts. So normally, whenever you develop any particular job in data stage, you have to test that particular job. So why we are doing this particular job, whether data transfer correctly or not. Okay, so this testing, ETL testing part will be covered as part of the training program. And the next one is we are going to cover the tools that we are going to use. Okay, so Jira, Rally board, and other tools. Normally, we'll use Confluence pages for documentation. And nowadays, trend is Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is a tool that we will be like a Jira kind of thing. Okay, so the effort tracking, the ticket monitoring. Okay, so those tools that we're going to cover in the training program. So why we need this? Already people are working on IT side. So for them, it is not needed, especially people are coming from non-IT streams, non-IT background, and those who are jobless. So they should have common understanding why we are going to use these tools. So if you are going with 4+ experience, you should be familiar all this background of the tools. What are the tools that we are going to use, and the office environment. Okay, how IT world operates. So those things will be covered in the training program. And this is data stage. So we will be covering basic to advanced level. Okay, so in the training program, in the live classes, as we committed, we are going to solve 90 assignments. And from this batch onwards, we'll be covering 90 assignments along with main projection is how to clear the technical interviews. So this is one of the challenge today. The students are facing to clear the technical interviews. So they are asking in depth, right? So mentally, we have to prepare in industry standpoint of view, what the expectation from the industry standpoint of view. We have to tune our minds and ready for that. Okay, so I'll be providing training on how to clear the interviews. So during the training program itself. Okay, right. And so once the training gets completed, and I'll be providing the real-time interview scenario videos. Okay, so what are this real-time interview scenario videos? For example, so here, so these are the interview scenario videos. Okay, so total we have how many videos? 48. Okay, so let's go to our YouTube channel. So if you see the playlist, okay, so here you can see 47. Okay. Still one more video is not uploaded yet. If you see here, only membership content. Okay. So already how I can get unlock this membership? To unlock this membership, what you are supposed to do, you need to reach out to me, and there is a formality that the minimum subscription, a monthly subscription and lifetime subscription will be there. And here, what you are supposed to do, you need to enrollment subscription process that you need to reach out to me for that, and I'll be providing access for that. So those who are already joining for the training program, so for them, I'm providing all these videos in a drive. So here you can see the drive, 48 videos on that. Okay, if any new content is created, so in interview scenarios, apart from this 48, if there is any new scenario, they have asked. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a content for this. 99.99%, they will ask in this 47 only. Okay, so right. And here I'll be providing the study material like data warehouse, FAQs, and especially for interview. Okay, so units, SQL, and data warehouse FAQs. Okay, and I'll be providing files for practice. So if you need a file, right, to practice sample file and study material, you can see the study material here, DataStage, SQL, Unix. right? And here we'll be having the scenarios documentation. Okay, so what is scenario one? Okay, so what is the input? What is the output? Okay, so here data stage is a tool that moves the data from one place to another place. Okay, so here you can see this is the input and the output is this. So how you are going to solve this particular problem? Okay, so scenario two. So input is this, output is okay. So for this, I have already given the videos in the drive, right? So you have to watch that. Okay. So this is about real-time interview scenario videos. Okay. So since you are joining the training program, so I'll be giving this access at the end of the course or middle of the at 70-80% training gets completed. I will give access for this videos. Okay. And then next we have live project tasks and project explanation. So here I will be helping you in resume writing guidance and resume preparation. So that and all I'll be taking care of it. And project explanation. I will be providing a template. Okay. So how does this template will help you? Okay. So let's see a sample template. So recently I have prepared for my old students, those who got selected. So this is just an example. Here you can see. So here, tell about yourself, your project details, test cases. So these documents will helpful for you if you are going to office, okay, on the initial onboarding days, and if you are projecting yourself during the interview. So that time, these templates will be useful. So I'll be sharing those templates with you, okay? And here we have a team that we can connect internal mock interviews once you are ready for the interview. And we'll be conducting mock interviews, okay? And we have a interview question and answers discussion forum, okay? If you are facing a live interview and if you are unable to answer a question, right? So we can post it in the forum and me or someone or a existing old student, they can answer that particular question. Okay. Yeah. And here the training program that we have live group coaching and self-paced learning videos. Okay. And here we are providing the lab for practice. So most of you are asking like DataStage is not an open source software or regarding the lab. So I'll be providing a dump. Okay, so that dump you need to install in your laptop, in your personal laptop. And what are the prerequisition required? So here we require i5 processor or above. If you have i7, that is well and good. Minimum i5. Okay. And your system capacity should be 8 GB RAM or above. Okay, if you have 12 GB or 16 GB, that is well and good. And Windows operating system is a preferred. So if you see my system configuration, okay, so go to this PC. So what you guys can do. So you can see the my system configuration. So mine is Windows 10 OS 22H H2, the version. Okay. And when I install this detail. So here you can see mine is i5 processor and my RAM is 16 GB RAM. Okay. And you need to check your system configuration details and you can let me know. So if this criteria is not met with your laptop requirements, then what to do? Okay, so you can reach out to me so that I will provide alternate solution. And we require 120 GB free space to dump that data stage VMware. So that file will be 29 GB file. Okay. and you need to download that and you need to expand that file. It will come around 60 GB. So total 120 GB if we have. So then you can operate data stage software. So that you need to place it in other than C drive. And if you have SSD drive, that is well and good. Preferred is SSD drive. And few students having very old laptop. So i3 processor I have, and my RAM is 8 GB. So will that work? Yes, it will work. Okay, so but your drive should be SSD drive. Okay. So if you don't have SSD and if you have 500 GB HDD drive, so you need to change your drive to SSD drive. Okay. So purchase SSD drive and reinstall the OS again in the C drive. Okay. Then we can use i3 processor also. And if the above configuration of your laptop is different, please let me know. Okay, so that alternate suggestions I'll be providing for you. Okay, so any questions so far, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any doubts here? You can type in the prompt, the chat. If it is no questions, means type no in the chat box. No questions. Are you able to follow till now?
Yeah, yes, okay.
Okay. What about others? Only few responding. What about others?
Hi, sir. You said we'll get the recording videos, right? Is that the pre-recorded videos or the classes which we joined, these classes?
Yeah, you will get both.
Okay,
Current,
okay, thanks.
yeah, both will get. And real-time scenario videos, I'll be giving access, as I told you, once your course should get completed by 70 to 80%. So then only you can understand. So if I give starting of the session itself, then you cannot understand. So you will be using different scenarios, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
got it.
yeah, 75% syllabus once it gets completed, I will be providing access to the real-time interview scenario videos. Okay, so I'll be giving, for example, if we are solving 90 exercises, right? So those exercise videos also I will give, and we will solve some exercises on the regular class itself. Okay,
Okay,
so that recording also I'll be providing for you. Okay. So, but
okay,
you have committed and you are investing your time and resources, your money, right? So you have to spend daily 2 hours for your learning. Okay. So if you're working in non-IT, so you need to make your time availability. Okay. So if those who are already working, so you need to manage your time. Okay. So that in the for the learning perspective, those who are jobless, they have to dedicate 4 hours. Okay. So there is no option for them. It is mandatory. Yeah. So now let's go to the actual agenda. So what is the ETL? So here we deal with ETL. ETL means extraction, transformation, and loop. Okay. So simple definition for ETL. So what does ETL stands for? So ETL means, so let me increase the font size. So ETL means extraction, transformation, and load. Okay. So here E stands for extraction. So here we are extracting the data from a file or a table, from a file or a table. Okay. So DataStage is a tool that will move the data from one place to another place. So here transformation. So transformation, what we are doing, logic. We are going to apply the logic. So what is that logic? RMD, remove duplicates, sort, okay, aggregation. So these are the logics and etc. Okay. So there are a lot many. And load means target system. Load the data into target database or a file. Okay. So this is ETL. Okay. So let's watch a small video. What is ETL? So, second. Okay, so you're not getting the audio. Okay, what I will do, I will, yeah. So you can watch it later. Okay, I'll share the link. Okay. Yeah, you can watch it later. Okay. So here, what does this ETL stands for? Extraction, transformation, and load. Okay. So for example, I want to prepare a food. Okay, like a chicken biryani. So what and all we require? We required some ingredients, right? So we required rice, basmati rice, and we need chicken. So based on the quantity that you are going to prepare, and we required other ingredients. So here, what we are going to do, we will be combining all these things and we're cooking it. So that is the transformation. And once after transformation, then the delicious food, delicious chicken biryani will be ready. So that is our destination point. Okay. So this is about the entire the ETL process. Okay. So here, what is a data warehouse? Okay. So DataStage is a tool that will help us to build a data warehousing application. So what is a warehouse basically? Any definition? What is a warehouse? So what is a warehouse? So what is a warehouse for simplified definition? So warehouse is nothing but a storage location. We will store something, right? Agree?
Yes.
Agree? So here data warehouse means what? Data warehouse means we will store the data. So data warehouse means we will store the data in the data warehouse. Okay. So here data warehousing applications are built for especially analyzing the business. Data warehouse is nothing but a database, specially designed for analyzing the business, not for running the business. Okay, so here we need some information to take a business decision. So how, based on the customers, based on the products we have. Okay, I want to know how many customers who has walked into our stores. Okay, so how many new customers open saving accounts? How many new customers open current accounts? How many new prepaid customers? If it is a telecom industry, So let's take an example of Airtel. So how many new customers, new prepaid SIMs as enrolled yesterday or day before yesterday? So quarterly wise, how many new prepaid customers? How many new postpaid customers? They converted from postpaid. Okay, how many of you, I mean, how many customers they have done porting from Jio to Airtel? Okay, so they have to do the analysis. They need some data, right? So here, what we are doing, we are extracting the data and applying the transformation rules and loading the data into a target layer. Okay, so here in the target layer, will prepare the reports. So reporting team will prepare the reports, and those reports are viewed by top level management, and they will take a business decision. Okay, and here we will be analyzing the business based on time. So which season the business is happening more, weekdays or weekends, compared to last month to this month. Okay, and I want to analyze the business based on the store wise. So for example, Reliance Smart Point. So how many stores are there in Hyderabad? So what is the revenue generated for each store? So why the sales is low in particular store? So to perform all this activity, we need a data. So that is the reason here we have a demand in data world, especially for data engineering side. Okay. So now let's move to the next slide. So here extraction. So here we working with various source systems like databases, XML, flat files, text files, and mainframe systems, and we'll be connecting to SAP systems to get the data from that particular system. And we'll be doing these transformations, extract, in the transformations like combining two tables data, okay, and data cleansing, scrubbing, creating a new definition from the existing source definition, okay, and aggregation, doing the sum up. So all these things that we're going to do in the transformation activity, okay, in the ETL, okay. And finally, we are loading the data into a destination place target system. So we'll be loading initial load at the first time, loading the data into empty tables, and incremental loads are how we are going to handle for new changes. For example, customer address has been changed. He moved from rented house to own flat. So he has to change the address, right? So first we have to change it at Aadhaar card. Once we change it to Aadhaar card, so if you provide Aadhaar card, all the banking records, everything will be changed. So ongoing changes entries. We need to manage our data warehousing system. Okay, so that is ETL. So here to work with ETL, we need a softwares, right? So there are softwares that deals with the coding, and there are softwares with the GUI-based tools. Okay, so what are code-based ETL tools? Teradata ETL utilities. So we have to write PL SQL, SQL program activities to perform this data transfer from source to target. And SAS is a software that is completely code-based ETL. Okay. And geo-based ETL tools, here programming knowledge is not at all required. So here you need to have the geo-based navigation. So here the tool will build the program for you. The tool will help you to transfer the data, to shift the data from one place to another place. So what are geo-based ETL tools? Informatica, DataStage, Ab initio, Oracle Data Integrator, so SSIS. So these are the geo-based ETL. So here the programming knowledge is not at all required. Only required is how to use the tool. So how to use the tool that we'll be covering in the training program. Okay, so we'll be solving 90 exercises, right? So with that 90 exercises, you will come to know how to use the tool, how to operate the tool. Okay. And this is the architecture for data warehousing. So here we are extracting the data from source system, loading to staging area. Again, from staging area, we will load the data into destination place. From that is data warehouse. From the data warehouse, the reporting team will prepare the reports, and these reports are viewed by department heads and top level management. They will take a business decisions. Okay. So any questions so far, guys? What is ETL? Why we use ETL? Any questions? No questions?
No, sir.
Okay. What about this? Any questions? So here DataStage is a software that will move the data from one place to another place. Okay. So now let's see the content. Okay. So here we'll be covering these are the three components. Designer. Designer is data stage client component. Here we'll be working on the development, build the data stage jobs. Okay, so here you need to connect with the navigation. So for example, I want to pull the data from file to a table. So we need to take file stage, and if you are the files having remove duplicates, then remove duplicate stage, and finally we need to load the unique data into a table. Then you need to take the Teradata or a DB2 table connector. Then you need to point and you need to provide the navigations, the linking connectivities. So designer is a tool that will help us to perform the development activity. Okay. And director. Director is for monitoring. So whether the job is running fine or not, see the logs during the run and monitor the log for how many records has been transferred from source to target. Okay, so for example, if you are fetching 1 million records from a file and loading to a table, so how many records are processing at each stage in the monitoring log that we will take. And another tool is administrator. Basically, administrator is a tool so that will help you to provide access and creating a project, access control management. So that and all handled by admin. So we'll be covering the basic admin level concepts also and creating the global environment variables. So all these things will be covered in the training. Okay. So now let's see the content. Okay. So what and all the topics that we're going to cover. So what you guys can do. So datastage.com, training.com. So here you can see the curriculum. Okay. So 2 to 3 hours data using fundamentals. 2 days for 2 sessions for data stage theoretical introduction part, architecture, and discussing various client components, the theory oriented part. And fourth or fifth session onwards, fifth or sixth session onwards, we'll move into actual practical lab sessions. Okay, so these are the topics that we're going to cover. Okay, so that here you can see from here the same thing. So what I showed in the website, our website, the same thing that we're going to cover. Okay. Yeah. So any questions here, guys? Any questions? So shall we start the session from tomorrow onwards or day after tomorrow onwards? So I need the confirmation of the timings, like what will be the preferred timings. So from the morning, I will be free from 7:30 to 9. Okay, so I work for 11:30 to 8:30 shift, 11 to 8. Okay,
11 to 8 is
7 to
11 to 7 to 8.
7 to 8. How many are saying 7 to 8? Prasad Y. Okay. 7 to 8, actually 7:30, 7:20, I need to drop my kid actually to school. So after 7:30 only be free. 7:30 to 8:30 or 8 to 9 is okay. So yeah, let's type in the chat. Okay. So before, so meantime, so here I have shared the fee details. Okay, so you can make a payment via net banking, UPI payment and credit card. So for the enrollments, you can reach out my number. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. So this is about data stage demo. Thank you. And you can share your timings, regular, what is the convenient time for you?